I would not want to be in that line of spears, I'm going to be honest. No idea why you would charge into the spear lines, but here they go. At this point, yeah, like, what are you doing? The daughters are running in, rushing the ogre lines. These are very skilled cavalry. They're going to fire their spears into the ogre giant. Ooh, greetings from across the shore, or wherever you live. Welcome to a brand new modded Immortal Empires expanded campaign. We're going to be playing an Empire faction, one of the minor factions, and this guy, we're going to be playing as Helmut Feuerbach, and Talabecland is the faction name. And what's very unique about this faction is to get access to some very interesting units. These don't look like Empire units, which is quite interesting. So I thought I'd give these guys a try. I've tried a few of the others, and I can tell you right now that Nordland's impossible. And I feel like Sterling's too easy, because you start with Illuminarch. So I feel like this could be a bit of a challenge. We're going to be playing on very hard, very hard. All mods are in the link in the description below if you want to check them out. Similar to the Skaven. But I'm very excited to see what things will go. But we're going to be doing something a little bit new, guys, for my videos. For part 1, I feel like people are getting a little bit confused going into it. So we're actually going to explain a little bit more in detail. And I put timestamps if you want to skip straight to the action, so we don't have to keep people waiting. But for those who are a bit more interested in what's going on, these are the faction effects of this lord. The Cult of Tal and Raya has access to the unique temple building, which grants access to a warrior priest of Tal and 3 different cults. It also has a physical resistance 10% during forest battles. So this army is actually going to be pretty decent in the woods. Very strange. Upkeep for the Cult of Tal and Raya units. That's going to be interesting, because there's obviously these new units you get for Empire, for this specific race. Melee attack +5 when attacking Lord's army, and a leadership when attacking. I think that's all he really is. Where we start, obviously we start in Talabecland, so we start in this land here, so we're quite close to the northern border. Reichland's down here, so we will probably need assistance from Kislev and maybe a bit of help from some of the other friendly people nearby, but I'm not too sure how this is gonna go. So yeah, you guys, that is the Lord explained. Now let's get into the actual campaign itself. Let's go. All right, guys, welcome to the Talabecland battle campaign map, and we're going to go over a little thing. So this is a description. Settlements and cities, ports on the campaign map from which provinces are defended and controlled. Ownership of settlement grants ownership of territory around it. All right, so we got a little mission here. So we'll get +750, and we'll get a potion if we do the. Does it actually say catch and occupy any settlement, basically? So that's pretty straightforward. Now, as this is a minor faction, I don't think we're gonna have many minor faction effects on. So I'm actually kind of interested in what's actually gonna happen in this campaign. So we have a trespasser already. Oh, we near the successionists? How close to Ogdolf are we? Okay, so there's the wait, Deadwood. So successionists are there now? What? Wait, what the hell's happened? Right, so there's Ogdolf. That's Empire line. What? Hang on a minute. So Reichland gets a way better start if you're the AI. Ah, okay, cool. So they get 4 cities to start off with. Nice. Unless that's... I need to check out Reichland on this campaign, maybe at some point. But hey, anyway. All right, we're getting a little bit distracted. Welcome to the gameplay section now. So if you've clicked here, the timestamp is taking you past the intro, past the lead lord details, and now we can actually get on with the campaign. So we're going to start off inside Taberheim, our capital. As you can see, we're getting no money at all. Absolutely fantastic. But we do get access already to a tier 2 cavalry building, which gives us some road wardens and some Empire Knights. Those are a modded unit for this campaign, which is going to be very nice to see what they do. Of course, we're going to build them and find out. Let's look at our starting army. So you start with, obviously, Lord Helmut Feuerbach himself. Then you've got his first Horned Hunters of Battalion. Just normal spearmen, your swordsmen. And then you got your Celebrants Battalion. And then you've got the Daughters of Raya. The battalion is just the cool name that's been added with this mod. So all the mods are in the link in the description below, guys. You'll be able to check them all out. I'm not going to go through them all. There's 77. You do what you will with that. Delete some you don't want. But I would recommend with them all, because I've tested this now. It seems to be a very stable, modded stuff you can use. So, yeah. Right. So, we've talked a bit now. We're going to fight our first battle. We don't start with any agents anywhere. Doesn't look like it. So, we're just going to have to fight the ogres straight away. Oh. Not sure how I feel about fighting ogres straight away. That's going to be a little bit fun. So, let's get on board. Into the battle we go. Oh, wow. Oh. Okay, so this is going to be quite interesting. So they've got a giant, Iron Fist, 2 Ogre Balls, 2 Noblars, and Vazek the Lucky. Right, let's get into this. I'm very excited. All right, welcome to the battlefield. So, we are marching against the Tree Hammer tribe of the Ogres. And, well, joining us on this lovely wintry day, we've got some new units to show off, guys. So we're playing as Talabecland, and there is these guys straight away. The Thirst Celebrants. These are like a, I believe, like a new Flagellance unit that you get for this Talabecland race, which is pretty cool. And the other unit to show off was the Horned Hunters. Look like they've been going in the Wood Elf lands a little bit, I would say. And then, of course, you got your standard spearmen with a banners mod installed, so they're all carrying banners. Looking quite swaz, aren't we? And it's a bit of a walk through this wintry land because we have heard of reports of an ogre army nearby, and well, we gotta go crush the Tree Hammer tribe before they get more powerful. Also, one more unit, the Sisters. Well, the Daughters of Raya, a Talabecland unit, believe it or not. They do look like a Wood Elf unit, but they are a Talabecland unit. They are part of the Empire. They obviously have some traits with the Wood Elves as well, because they've managed to accompany some deer. So all in all, let the battle commence. And we're going to go see our enemy as we walk across the land. And, well, our enemy is the Tree Hammer clan. Now, these guys have the leader, Vergrax the Lucky. So apparently this guy's lucky. We've got some Ogre Bulls here to deal with. We've actually got some Crushers, which are going to be quite deadly. So yeah, guys, you've probably noticed already that where's the gameplay? Well, honestly, I'm going for a replay approach. Going to test it out for this Empire campaign, see if you guys like it. So yeah, let's get into this. Okay, I've moved the battle on a bit because it was taking a while to walk through the snowy lands. And we're going to focus our first attention on the Daughters of Raya here, because they're going in for a flank attack on the Ogres. And these guys are skirmish cavalry, as you can see. They have quite high leadership, and their metal strength is 38, so it can do a bit of punch to some Ogres. So we'll see how these guys perform. And then the main bulk of the army is in the trees, because apparently you get a buff in the trees as Talabecland. They are a very different type of Empire faction. Higher leadership than usual, which is weird because Reichland isn't. But I'm not complaining. The higher leadership's probably better anyway. Gives me a chance to actually use my units a little bit more. So we're waiting in the trees because we want to lure the ogres in. They tend to be big monsters. They don't tend to perform as good in the trees. So we're going to have to lure them in with the Daughters. So the Daughters are going to have to advance as we do there. We're advancing up towards the Ogre Giant. And here we go. Lovely little charge. I do really like the Wood Elf design of the deer. And the fact that they put them in Empire for this mod is quite cool. Right, our first engagement. The Daughters are running in, rushing the ogre lines. These are very skilled cavalry. They're going to fire their spears into the Ogre Giant. Ooh, let's see. You already see some good... he's already got some piercing spears inside him already. Oh, pilot. Oh, no, what are they doing? What are the Daughters doing? Oh, it's fine. They're running away. Oh, dear. You got 2 of them. Not great. Probably bad positioning on my part with my... charging there. Right, we're being charged down by the ogres, as you can see. Let's go and check on the other bit of what's going on. It's just this impact so far. As you can see, very fast units. They're not catching these daughters, even if they tried. They're going to get lured into a trap, though, as there are spearmen lurking in the woods. The ogres are having none of it. They're turning around. I thought I'd show you this side now, because there is some crushers in the distance over there. And when I go to cinematic mode, these spearmen are at the full charge of that when it does come. Looks like the ogres aren't ready to engage yet. Oh, here we go. Here we go. The crushers are moving in. The ogre bulls, they're preparing their charge. It's not a great position that I'm in, by the way. I'm in the forest here, but I'm on a downward spiral. As you can see, we're sending in our daughters again to do some more damage to the giant, but I believe the ogre bulls are going to try and attack from the side. Oh no, we know about it, so that's fine. Here we go. Time to fire the spears again. We're just toying with our enemy at the moment. Throw those spears. Another hit into the giants. Oh, crap. I guess I missed clicks again. We're running in. Nope. Turn around. That's good. Oh, we're missing a charge. And here we go. In come the crushers into the spearmen. Not too sure. These are meant to be the best cavalry in the game, by the way, the crushers. With a whopping 130 weapon strength for a crusher is pretty mad. Right, we're going to go for a more wide battle look now so you can see what's going on. So you've got the crushers over there. And we're engaging in on the ogre bulls as well. And I'm still toying them with the daughters. But in comes the giant. And as you'll notice, that because we're inside the trees, the ogre bulls are not performing as great. They get a debuff. Monsters get real big debuffs in trees. But the giant has walked in and has been speared down, while also whopping his massive bass around. Ooh, nasty. Going back to the other side, as we got more the crushers dealing now, not just with the spearmen, but with the first calibers as well. These guys do not run. Their leadership is, I believe it's just infinite, isn't it? Yeah, it's 100 leadership, so they're never going to run. But yeah, the crushers coming in now with an attack. Not going well, because they're actually dealing with a unit that will not run away. Is good. But this is the first battle. It's going to be pretty quick. I don't think we're going to have too many issues in the first battle. Not going to have too many casualties, hopefully. And we do have these guys constantly throwing their spears. The daughters having a field day, shooting at the giants. I love these like bird's eye view shots that aren't too far away, so you can see the giants smashing up and see the mass of the battlefield. Two groups have been split up. We've got one chasing the crushers away, and the other one dealing with the main ogre threats. Those spearmen that were fighting at the back against the crushers have retreated. They did have a bit of, their leadership was cut quite a bit to 49 from all that damage. Most of the ogres are running away. It's just the giant left now. Trying to deal with all of the Talabecland spears is never fun for a giant. They don't tend to do very well against giants, as you can see. Oh, another great hit. I'll tell you what, I've not actually chosen my lord actually in combat. I hope I forgot about him. Here he is, over here. The Talabecland lord, Helmut Feuerbach. He's in the back, right at the back, you know, leading the army to victory. You got the daughters behind now, causing havoc, running them off. Still over here, the crushers dealing with the Seberants they are. So I've left this up so you can see all the stats of what's going on and all the orders that are happening. But most of this really is quite straightforward, because it's a melee on melee. For the first time ever, an Empire faction with mainly melee combatants. That won't be the case later on in the campaign, as you will find out. But for now, we just have spears. And our new units, these guys. I zoom out a bit, I can actually hover over them. The Horned Hunters. I actually don't know how good they are. They are anti-large, though, with their big axe. So That will help. But I do believe once the giant is killed here, waiting for it, they're nearly dead. Get a few more. He's getting a few more stomps off before he does decide to run away. And that's it. The ogres are on the run. The giant falls. And that is the end of the battle. All right. Good first battle to start the campaign strong. Killing some ogres. Right, let's not take this one because what this does, it stops movement. Very important in my mod. Stops movement. Do not take this ever unless you don't want to move. It does help replenishment, but do not take it. It just gives a little bit of element of decision making. I always go for gold or that one. I'm gonna go for gold for this one. All right, so that's the first battle done with. Now I've noticed something already, which is really bad. We took out that army. They have another army here, and I actually don't think I take back. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I have to pull back to here and recruit some troops. Because also I need to replenish, which ain't great. It's not the greatest start, I'm going to be honest. Was that a player trap? I'm not sure. So let's back off. We have to back off with no choice. So we heal. And then we need to get some more troops. And because we're playing against ogres, you're damn right we're building spearmen. You know, straight away. Not even messing about. Get those spearmen done. Why is our replenishment so bad? Like, unbelievably bad. Is it because we don't have... Oh, it's because they started us with a cavalry building and a training field already. So our growth's bad. There is a little few kinks to iron out a little bit, I guess. Now, with the Skaven campaign, I actually did I tried to push for a legendary lord straight away. And it kind of works out, but I think in this one, because I'm in the Empire, you got Reichland over there, you got all... It's not too bad. It's only Festus, that's the problem. And I do believe maybe Drachia could become an issue. But we got a bit of time on our hands. So let's recruit some more units, get a bit more ready, and then we go from there. There's not really much else we can do otherwise, because we took too much damage from that first fight. And also, we can go for Dead War Camp here then anyway. With a better army. We're also at war with the Successionists as well. Why they start there? So in this campaign, Reichland starts with a full 1, 2, 3, 4 region. And Deadwood is there where the Successionists live. Oh, I've got to reclaim Talabecland, basically. Okay, right, I understand. Okay. Well, I think we're probably going to want to go with, for the time being, on our technologies, is we're going to need replenishment. So get the casualty replenishment rate +5 and the growth +10. There we are. And head on to diplomacy and see what we can do. Quick deals.
Yes.
Right, Middenheim.
Greetings, my countrymen.
Non-aggression pact, because they're probably going to die anyway. We'll get some money out of it.
Of course.
Have to deal with Middenheim then. Sterling's nearby. Do I want a non-aggression pact with Sterling? They're probably going to die anyway to Vlad, so I'll probably go with that. Radcliffe's not going to like us straight away, I don't think, you know, because we're just an elect account to him, so... It's going to be interesting how this thing develops. Really, I'm excited for this campaign, though. Right, let's end the turn, because I don't think we can do anything. No point. The problem is with recruitment in this game, you can't recruit multiple lords, because you only have... They have the same...
my lord.
I think the one criticism of Warhammer I could say is, why is it when you could recruit a new lord that you have to go off the local recruitment of this? I don't know. Maybe it's fine. Right. Anyway, let's see what our enemies are up to. All right, a new turn. So what's changed? Well, straight away, Festus has taken Hegrig, which ain't great. That's really bad for us already. So he's going to take that, and then hopefully he goes for those and doesn't come for me. I mean, I'm over the river. So maybe I'm okay.
I will marshal the men.
I'm not sure. We'll have to see on that. But we're going to have to focus on getting some land, obviously. Otherwise, we can't just sit here mining our laurels. The problem we have right now is we need like a new region so we can recruit troops faster, but we can't. Do we get any road wardens? I'm very tempted to get them, but I'm not actually sure if they're any good. The 50 leadership doesn't seem great, I'm going to be honest. It just is more spearmen just needed because we're against ogres. Probably should get some range now, though, so maybe get some archers on the go. Is it worth upgrading these so we can get crossbows? Probably, to be honest. It's there, innit? So may as well do it.
Yes, my lord.
Yeah, we're in a little bit of a bother because I don't actually know what we can do here, because we can't take the city, and that's an ogre camp. Is that the actual army though as well?
No one tells a tyrant
To be fair, I think if we get this, should be enough to kill the ogre camp, probably. All right, Lynn's going up. That's good. Any more quick deals?
The Celestial College implores.
Yeah, go on.
Hear you. Indeed.
There we go. Right. Okay, Ogre's back with Reichland. That helps a bit for us. Because, you know, you need to be fair to help your electric outs. Right. Okay. So, do we want to take out that ogre camp? Probably. But we probably want to take out Beck. Is the garrison still fine? Yeah, you could probably take out Beck now. Don't think they can move with what they have, so I think we'll be all right. I know the camp seems worth taking out, but we need to take out Beck, really. So what I'm going to do is move up to Beck, and then recruit a new lord. I'd get a battle wizard, you know. Give us a wizard straight away. Leadership +5, that's fine. Get ourselves a battle wizard. Recruit some more spears and archers. There we go. Just so we got a new army being made while we take out Beck, you know? I think that's pretty good. And then we want to embark on our conquest towards Deadwood as well. And is Kurabad the last one? Yeah. So kill Beck. And then we make a second army to go for Deadwood. I think that's how we'll do things pretty well for us. That's quick deals. Anything else? These guys are going to die. So may as well get some money out of them.
What brings you here with a sheep?
I don't think it's going to last very long, Hockland. I'm going to be honest. Not going to last very long at all. Right, Brute Marcher to start off our skill trees. As always, if you don't do that, I don't know what you're doing. I think right now, we need to spend things as cheap as possible. So with recruitment, go down. Yeah. I think it's as cheap as possible straight away. We done everything? Yep, I think we have for this turn. Let's end the turn. But yeah, I've made the ogres now have to rebuild their army, but I can just take out Beck without any issues whatsoever. And Hockland's dead. So yeah, that's why I was, you know, get some extra money out of them before they go down. That's fine. Right. Let's attack Beck. Got a close victory. Medium, we're going to fight it though. Oh my god, is that 2 Noblest grape launchers? They could be a bit problematic. Right, well, let's see how this goes. I think this might be a siege. No, it's not. It's no field battle. Okay, maybe we can win it. I think we're going to have to be very careful of the nobler scrap launchers, though. Right, battle 2. Let's get into it. Let's crush these ogres. Okay, so we are marching upon the ogres once again. And this time around, we have gone for a very, very split formation. Now, the reason being is because they have 2 artillery pieces, which I will show you on the ogres. Here they are. These are the dangers, the nobler scrap launchers, hence the loose formation. But there's also another twist to this one, because obviously, again, our daughters are going to be ready for a little bit of a flanking maneuver with their deers. So, without further ado, let's get fighting. Right. So, very split. I've got the archers at the back split as well. And this is why, because as I approach in my loose formation, we're going to be having the daughters approaching on the left. And we're going to start getting hit by the launcher. But it looks like they're more concerned about the nobler scrap launchers. So they are firing their scrap launchers at my sisters, and I'm going to do a little dodgeroo there, you know, as I'm mainly focusing on our sisters at the moment. Sisters are daughters. I get them confused. They're not sisters of Fawn. I don't think we get those for Talabecland. It's a great little unit to have for Empire, though. Will it be good late game? Probably not, but early game, they work a treat. So you'll notice we're constantly getting fired at, and I'm constantly dodging the shots of the artillery. While I'm doing that, this whole loose formation was kind of pointless because they're not firing at it. Or maybe they're not firing at it because it's loose formation. Who knows? I don't know how the AI work when it comes to how they fire. They must be on the shit list. Anyway, we're setting up our spear formation, and on our second row of checkerboard, this is called the space checkerboard. If anyone wanted to know, that's it. I'm going to set up now and wait for them to engage. Spearmen aren't the greatest units, we know this, but they can hold ogres back pretty well. So we're hoping we'll get some good damage off as they approach here. Our Sisters of Thorn are waiting in the wings for the ogres to move in. The plan is very simple for this particular battle. We just have to make sure they don't fire at us, which they are now doing. Oh, okay. So they went for the first. They went for the hunters, the horned hunters. Okay, archer fire has started, and it's the archers, just the normal archers, the ones that know particular training, shooting first. Don't think I have crossbows yet. I don't think I've made crossbows yet. No, I have not. They're not the greatest. But as you can see in the background here, if we jump over to the Sisters of Thorn, not the Sisters of Thorn, the Daughters of Arai, they are inbound for an attack onto the Nobblers. Nice little shooting at the back here, and you'll notice at the front, if we turn on the icons, everyone is moving in. So we're going to head straight back to the charge. We don't want to miss the initial charge. We missed the first one, but we'll get the second one over here from the ogres as they advance in. Spearmen. Oh, here comes the Lord moving in as well with his big... Ogres are so weird. Oh, we've got spears joining this ranks on this side as well, as we now can combat the ogres in melee. With our spears, we will be superior. And as we go down the lines, it's then Nobblers and ogres together fighting more spearmen. And as we keep going down the line, there is still more spearmen fighting Nobblers. And I'm also moving a battalion of spearmen around to go for the Nobblers, because the Sisters of Thorn getting their ass kicked. I'm going to stop saying Sisters of Thorn, the Daughters of Briar getting their ass absolutely kicked. Yeah, I had to retreat them very quickly. They would have died. These scrap launchers are very difficult to take down, but I do believe with some spearmen, as they advance here, I can click on a unit and it will tell me exactly where I'm going to be charging it all. So if you click here, they're moving to attack them, and they're attacking them. Let's just get a nice cinematic shot now of everything. Always good to just pause for the appropriate moment to watch our spearmen hack away at some ogres. Yes. I don't know what it is, but the banner mod just makes everything more thematic, doesn't it? Ogres don't carry banners, so I didn't see the point that they have in a banner mod, but for me, it just made sense. It just looks so cool. The Talabecland banner, proud and loud, and they're getting stabbed in the back. Let them go. Come on, keep hitting them in the back. This is the Lord after all. Oh, a second charge. That's a bit deadly. But as you can see, our leadership gets cut quite a bit when they get in combat with ogres, I noticed. And the flank is happening now. We're heading into the scrap launchers. They're very fast, by the way, because they have an animal that runs it. It's difficult to spear them down. They are going to keep firing their scrap launchers as well, which causes all sorts of problems. They are trying to run, though. But it does look like the battle is over as the ogres retreat even further back to their camps to take on the Lord. Final thing to do for this battle is to kill the down Lord. He's not low yet, though. But most of the Nobblers are retreating, but ogres do tend to rally. As you can see, they're rallying over here. I'm sending the Lord in now. Maybe the Lord can have a good go at killing these scrap launchers down as he fights the big beast. I'm not really too sure how that would go. I guess it's a wild animal. It just rolls them over. Yeah. The big old beastie, isn't he? What's actually hit it? Is there an ogre on board? Ah, there's two Nobblers on board that fire the thingy. Okay. Oh, got another desperate charge coming in over here as the celebrants are still holding back the ogres. This unit seems very strange. It doesn't have spears, but they do a lot of bloody damage. Like, let me just show you how much damage they actually do. If I hover over the number here, I mean, it's not bad. Considering they're not anti-large. I mean, I don't know how much damage my archers have done. We can check. The damage is... Yeah, they're pretty straightforward damage. Is that bloody launcher firing at my archers over there? It bloody is. Look at it. He's fucking targeting it, little bastard. Well, this is all going on. The sisters... Not the sisters! The daughters of Raya are in the trees. They're actually going to come out for a bit of fun now because they know the battle is looking pretty much won. We're going to go for a charge on to the Nobblers. Here come the dear daughters. Yes, I got it right that time. The dear daughters charging in. I mean, I know it's all, you know, playing a little bit of sport. Go on, mate, man. There's something about this unit. I just really like it. I think the way the animation's done is so cool. And there you go, guys. The battle is won. All right. Luke, why do I get, like, no money? What? This is a bit worrying. Why do I get, like, no money per post-battle loot? Not sure about that. Anyway, as you can see, we destroyed the tree hammers. They are no more. I think they just have a camp left after this. I'm not too sure about this campaign, to be honest. Are the units good? I mean, I guess the celebrants did well, but I'm not actually sure yet. As for this, we're going to occupy. Get our first city. Very nice. You know, just having an extra bit of land is always nice. We get more money. We actually get 1,000. It seems that money's not too bad for this race. Anyway, get some crossbowmen. Let's get this army starting now. All right, so we took our first land. Next up, the ogre camp. Then the successionists will be our target after that. I'm assuming... Why does Reichland not start a war with the successionists? That doesn't make any sense. Immortal Empires Expanded is very strange. Maybe it's more accurate. I have no idea. Anyway, as for our Helmut Feuerbach, I will probably want to get out a little bit. What's this? Elect count. Grants an elect count bodyguard banner to your faction. What does that do, though? Physical resistance? That's not the greatest. Probably get our leadership up. It's always good to have better leadership straight off the bat. We're replenishing a bit better as well because of our technologies there. Again, let's have a little good check of diplomacy because we are Empire. Everyone else doesn't particularly like us. And I'm pretty sure Festus is going to declare war on us soon. I've got a very high suspicion that he might be the next target because he's at war with Stirland, which means he needs to get through me to get to Stirland. And that, well, that just scares me. Is he not at war with Ostland as well? So that could get pretty bad. Anyway, end the turn. Technology researched. Casual player +5 growth. The grain silos. Good start there for us then.
It is time.
Now we're healing. Okay, good. Next up, we need to take a... Wait, what happened to the camp? Did they move their camp or did they die? I don't actually know. It's one of the two. No, they're still alive. They moved their camp. Okay. So we'll just pile on over to the successionists then, I guess. Staying in our territory. So what's the best way? Probably travel this way then, I'd say. That keeps us in our territory, but moves us towards... Oh, no, the camp still exists. Wait, is that out of our territory? And I've messed up completely. Oh, well.
What do you want of me?
Not the end of the world, I guess, because we've got access to some new stuff. Like, for example, we have crossbowmen now. And I'm going to get another 3 of them, because I think 6 is a good amount in your army there.
By the comet.
And then, because we messed up, we can force march back into our territory a little bit and go there. There we go. That's more like it. That's actually gaining money. I don't think they'll attack us. Maybe. I'm not actually too sure.
Only what I listen to.
I always get a little bit worried about that, if that's going to be the case, but we'll have to see. Anyway, on to technologies. What's next? Construction costs for all buildings. Yeah, we definitely want to get those down. Honestly, I'm going for that because of money. I want the money, spend as little money as possible if we can. Now we have our new city. It's also given us the timber building, so we still can't do any growth. So we'd have to delete buildings if we wanted to do that. So I think our next, Kepahang, our next target, that is a long... That's going to be hard to maintain Talabecland. It's a big stretch of area, actually. It's pretty bad, actually. We're not sure about this campaign, you know. And that was a very short campaign turn. So turn 5 currently as I am recording. So let's keep going. Okay, turn 6. The gods are angry. Or I contribute with control. Honestly, it's only 1,000. So let's see what changed. Well, all I know is that Festus has now all this land. And that's it, really. The ogres made a little bit more units. Probably want to take them out before that gets out of hand. Our ally Ostermark doesn't appear to be doing too badly so far. Vlad? Still troubling taking out his problematic people over there. So they're not being too annoying yet, which is good. It is only turn 6, though. A long time to go yet. A long time to go. Vlad could easily take off at any point. We don't know when it's going to happen, but we know it's going to happen. I'm not sure about the Witchwood. They've expanded a little bit. They've taken Essen and they've taken Mordheim. So they may come for me next, which would be a concern. We do not want to just get attacked by the Witchwood straight away. That would just not be fun. But we have made some armies now.
The Empire.
And these guys are going to go on the march to take out the ogre camp. So we're going to... Do we attack the camp directly? Or do we go... Actually, yeah, attacking the camp directly might not be... Well, we can't make it this turn. Right, we'll go in encampment stance.
To strengthen the Empire.
Yeah. Maybe go to about there. So we keep replenishing. Then I think with this army, is we get it a full, get a full army. Do a little drop off. Oh, not what I wanted, to be honest.
The nation calls.
There we go. Right, give them all them. Give me the injured archers, I guess, and the injured spearmen. Yeah, get rid of those swordsmen. There you are. Now this army can stay in encampment and heal. And then we can just... Can we just go back over the borders? Yeah, that's it. Perfect. They are. They're healing now, and then they can keep going. Nice. We can't recruit anymore. This is our maximum, by the way. Our maximum recruitment. If you recruit any more, we'll have problems. I need to start money managing more, and basically the best way to do that, and it's something I need to improve on, is never really going into negative, really. It's bad going into negative. You go into negative, you're going to have problems, you can't make buildings. But if you keep on that just cusp of positive, it's all right. You can just about afloat your empire. We're going to take out the ogre camps for money, then we're going to go for Deadwood, and then, of course, probably Kepabad. Then... would be right next to Reichland then, and that'd be a very safe city there at Kepabad, because if Kepabad's secured, it means we can then just chill next to Altdorf, make that a nice money building area, and it's very safe as well, apart from maybe one eye lurking about over there, so we'll keep an eye on that. But as things stand, it's turn 6, so let's end the turn. Here's the successionist one piece. Well, they're not getting it, because I need that land, so... Okay, turn 7. Well, what's changed? Well, we're going to look a little bit further and see if anything has changed. Festus is still occupying 3 regions. We still have 2. The successionists are still alive. Reichland has not captured any more territory. Vlad doesn't seem to be always taking that, actually. Stirland, holding well so far. I think the Moot's been captured now. The Moot been captured? The Moot has not been captured. It's actually called Akishketten in this campaign. A different name for the Moot. It is Moot land when you click on it. The Moot's still in Empire hands as things stand. Right, our next battle, guys. Going to be pretty good here against the ogres. We're going to go for the siege of the camp, because that actually wipes them out.
Attack!
So we'll attack the old camperoo. This says decisive victory. Oh, it's actually a battle deployment. Oh, that's not good. Is it? Oh, no, it is a camp. I don't think we need the other army. I think we'll be fine with just this one. Now, I'm going to do the Empire approach of using lots of archers for sieges, because it makes life a lot easier for us. So anyway, let's get into Battle 3 of this great campaign. Well, hello again, and we are back. This time, a siege. My battalions of the Talabecland have arrived at the ogre camp. With 2 glorious battles in the field, the ogres retreat to their camps, while Mr. Lord himself, Helmut Feuerbach, ready to annihilate the Tree Hammer clan. his battalion led by, of course, all his spear guard lines. But joining the army are some crossbows being added to the army now to really wreak some painful damage and death down on those ogres. Not to mention, our elite troops are here again for more fun. Their numbers have fallen as we have had many battles, but it's time to wreak havoc on the ogres. Let the battle commence. So our first course of action is to line up in front of the ogre camp entrance and create a spear wall barrier. If I hold down spacebar, you can see the formation is filling up in the gaps. They did build a tower, a cannon tower that was doing a little bit of damage, so we probably want to take that out pronto. Our first volley's going off now. Straight into the ogre lines. And the spear wall has been formed. Now there is no way out for the ogres unless they do a full flanking maneuver. There's something quite cool and cinematic about this battle. We've got our archers set up outside, our spear lines in front. But we noticed that the ogres backed off, so now we are advancing on into the camp a little bit more and creating a... We're going to split up and create spear walls on either side to give the archers more room for maneuverability. While this is happening, the archers are constantly firing at the retreating ogres. The ogres don't really know what to do in this situation because they can't really flank and the camp is not big enough for an ogre offensive. We've won too many battles, so now it is just about cleanup. Now that the spears are in place, the archers will now advance further into the lines of the city. Our crossbowmen are going to have their first taste of shooting ogres as they are fresh recruits from Talabecland, Taberheim, and they're here to practice shooting some ogres. I wouldn't say practice, but they definitely are new recruits and need the practice anyway, even though they are alive things that they're shooting at. However, there has been a little ogre reinforcement stack here, led by Vazbek the Lucky. I don't think he's going to be very lucky here, though. But these guys will advance into the city to assist the fallen camp currently. The spears move further into the lines as we create a second spear wall front, which allows even more space for the archers. Meanwhile, the archers have set up into position and are now going to start shooting down the tower that is up on the ogre front there. I don't know why it's an Empire tower, but hey, maybe they stole it, you know? Probably stole it from an Empire somewhere. And I don't know how archers would ever shoot down stone, but we don't think about that. We think about it just being an annoying tower and it needs to die, so we shoot it down. You'll notice that if I give you a bird's eye view, this is how things are looking. And the ogres on the left, not really much inside. We're leaving most of our elite troops behind and we're just using spear wall blocks to block off enemies. While they charge into our spear lines, we can shoot them with volleys from out and inside the camp now. As more ogres, as more archers move in. I think this is another set of battalion moving in. Yep, the 8th Spearman Battalion is moving in now to assist the spear wall on this side, as there is a pretty big offensive from the ogres inbound here. Lots of ogres charging in, getting killed by the archers in the progress. I would not want to be in that line of spears, I'm going to be honest. It's not looking too great for the spearmen right now, however. But because of the constant crossbow fire, that offensive that the ogres did attack with will break down eventually over time with the amount of bolts being pierced in each ogre's heart. That sounded too mean, but you get the point. More nobblers advancing now. Here comes Azpet the Lucky. He's here. He's sent his regiment of ogres in to try and break the spear wall down. If the ogres do somehow break this spear wall down, we might have some problems, because actually I don't actually know how we would deal with the constant ogres just running at my archers at that point, because the only military I have left at that point is a couple of spears left. That's it. There's not actually much else there, and this line is obviously protecting the other side. So yeah, we got to make sure. It looks like Lucky's getting targeted though. Oof, that's a bit nasty. I would not want to be that ogre lord right now. I love how he just doesn't care and he's just sort of there shooting his pistol. Yeah. Taking some severe damage. Let's take a little perspective over here from the archers. No archers. No archer carry banners, I don't think, in there. They're not really... I think maybe the crossbowmen do. They have more honor. Yeah, so they got a banner. Yep, this guy with the sword here. Now, I'm not being funny. They've got some good aim because they cannot see the ogres here, but they're being able to fire over the hill, which is pretty cool, actually. There's some pretty good fire in there. Going back to the main battle, obviously this is what we're very focusing on here. You'll notice since all the archers have been firing so much that, yeah, it's not looking good for the ogres anymore as they are in full retreat. And the guy that's just standing there taking the damage, Laughter, Lucky, he's off. He's off as well. He's had enough. The ogres see this as not worth it. I guess they'll just go back to their swamps from now on. Maybe living in a camp is too much. Go live a nice life in the swamp and, you know, just do a Shrek. Because honestly, why not? Just be Shrek. Why'd you have to, like, take over lands as ogres? You could just, you know, chill in the swamp with your pet donkey and your weird... Why is this turning into a Shrek? I don't know. It's really easy when you actually just when you actually have time to talk and you're not focusing on maneuvering units around, you can say some really weird stuff. It's quite fun. I actually don't know if I prefer this style of video, but we'll see how it goes. I'm gonna do it for this Empire series and see how people like it. See if they prefer it. I mean, I can still show you tactics with spacebar, so I don't see why not. Anyway, the ogres are in full retreat now. As they are in full retreat, the battle is pretty much over, guys, so we don't need to show the ending to this one. This one was, as you can see, a wrap. As we charge into the ogre camps and secure the main objective. Finishing off the camp leader. But to be honest with you, he's just chilling there. I don't know what he's doing, but I'm pretty sure he's gonna want to go and run to his swamp very soon. But other than that, guys, that is game, set, and match. Alrighty. That was quite the slaughter, wasn't it? An archer fest. Why do I still get no money? It's annoying. It's fine. We'll take more money. It's alright. I think he gets away. Oh, he bloody does. He's pretty much dead, though. He's pretty much dead. The camp is over, so... That's good. Okay, we took a little bit of damage from that. I don't think we're going to recover in time for the battle, so I'm just going to merge the spears. Because this guy can get more. Why have we lost money now? It's weird. We merged and lost money. Never seen that before. Oh, that's why.
High Elven Archmage.
Yeah, okay. We'll get her in the army. Yeah, it's fine.
Yes, my lord.
So we've got ourselves an Archmage now.
Now?
Wait, she disappeared. What? Oh, she didn't have any movement. Quest successful! There is no glory in fading away in history as the pale image of what once was has been a great hero. You need to demonstrate this elven sorcerer. Oh, we have a high elven archmage. Sweet. I like this badge. It's like a mixture of wood elves and empire units. It's quite cool, actually.
Flame on.
Crazy that the mods have to do this, by the way. Mods have to do this. We got any... Nope, nothing. Right, well, you know what? We need some more spearmen, so let's grab some more spearmen. Not them spearmen, the better spearmen. I'd get one halberdier unit as well. Why not? Change up a bit. Keep an eye. She is costing money, so she needs to get in an army quick. Other than that, we seem pretty good for the fight against Deadwoods. The Secessionists will end. We will end the Secessionists. I am a little concerned, obviously, about Festus, where his next quest is going to be. But as things stand, he's not attacking us, so we're okay. Okay, let's focus on... Ooh, no, maybe not that. Do we just go with more of this for now, or do we want to just get our control up in general? I mean, I find this super important. Recruitment being cheap is like #1 on my list most of the time. And with Talabecland leadership buff, it doesn't seem that bad. Not going for full leadership yet, but obviously we are going to see what happens. I was thinking this was going to be like a full melee army, but no. The melee is just better, which means your archers are actually useful now, which is kind of good, actually. On to diplomacy. Any quick deals? Oh, Ostermark.
Approach and make your offer.
Why not
No
Ostermark?
promises to my assent.
Who you at war with? Ooh, War Grove. Actually, do we want that? The 300 quid just seems, it doesn't seem great, does it? No. Play a trap. Nope.
Yes?
Kislev, that's who we want to talk to. All right, Kislev, we could really do with some hands on deck, maybe. I didn't know she was that close. It's a very messed up map, you know. Right, let's just be careful, you know, because this could go south very quickly. It'll be the shortest campaign ever. Right, let's end the turn as it is now turn 7. Oh, I'm being attacked at back. It's fine. It's a 3-0 resolve. We'll take it. Yeah, take it because we're not moving, are we? Right. Okay, so that is them destroyed. Faction destroyed. Okay, we are losing money now. Yeah. Right, let's go deal with the successionist anyway.
What?
Ooh, we're in range. Lovely. Right. So we'll get rid of the successionists. Oh, it's going to be a little bit harder than we think. What's the siege looking like? Is this a minor? Oh. To be fair, we got a lot of crossbows in this army. So definitely encircle. Second, because we're going to think about this. Do we need the other army?
Want of me?
It will just give us a little bit more troops. Oh, he's on range anyway. That's fine. To be honest with you, go inside there.
Wind blows.
I think we'll get the upkeep will go down then. Yeah. And just chill inside the city. Keep public order happy, you know, as well, I'd say. And then we could take Deadwood then, basically. So I don't know if you've catched on already, but I probably mentioned it in my replays. I am no longer just showing replays, but doing it in a tactical way, so you can see what I was see how I'm moving and stuff. So it's not just a big cinematic battle. But I want to know what you guys think. Do you prefer this? I'm trying something different because, look, I'm a YouTuber, and I'm going to be honest, my views have fallen off a cliff lately. I need to try something new. Might actually help a little bit. Oh shit! Forgot about the
High Elven Archmage
Aurelian, the legendary hero.
It is time.
That's going to really help. What do I get? Do I literally get access to high elf magic? Is that what happens here? I'm not actually sure what will go down. But anyway, another battle awaits. Going to be difficult. They do have a battle wizard, and they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, a couple spearmen. But I have 1, 2, 3, 4, lots of archers. It's just going to be a lot of like just shooting them dead, to be honest. Lots of archers and hold with a few things, and use our mage if we can. I don't know if we can, but we'll see. Let's get into it. Battle number 4. Greetings, generals. Welcome back to the battlefield. So, the Treehammer clan has been crushed, but there are many more enemies in sight for Mr. Talabecland and his merry battalions. Today, though, is a new type of enemy. The successionists have moved in from across Reichland as Franz has ran them out of Reichland, but however, they have decided to set up further inland in Talabecland, and now Talabecland, the leader, Mr. Wilhelm himself, I need to remember his name, Mr. Feuerbach himself, is not very happy about that situation, that random rebels have moved in his land. So he has sent the mighty battalion that was just attacking the city of the Treehammer clan were nearby, and they are in pursuit and have found the city to take out one of the rebel cities, and they are here to cause all sorts of problems. So what I will say straight off the bat is, guys, you're probably wondering what this weird formation is. That is because we are moving over there. The reason we are moving over there is because they have set up their lines and defenses, and their turret lines are over here already. So we outmaneuver the enemy and we move over to a more undefended position on the left side of the fort, which will make life a lot easier for me to breach. Now, while we are walking down, we do just chill and march down this line. Now, I'm not sure if the rebels will respond and come outside, but they do tend to like to stay inside their cities while this is happening. So we're in full marching mode. We are very vulnerable right now. They could attack us, but they're not going to. However, meet the new recruits. We have a archmage, and her name is Aurelian. She's joined the army up, been recruited by the Talabecland, and ready to fight. And the rest is still the same, the spearmen and archer lines as normal. As we march on the city of Kepabad, one of Talabecland's main source lines of income, so we really need to take this city. Not taking it against the mainer forces later, like Festus and the Wood Elves, might cause a problem. So we need power, we need income, we need armies, and the best way is to recruit those rebels that do survive into our Talabecland force. Karl Franz has given the order. We have been granted permission to attack this city. Empire cities, we have to ask Karl Franz for permission before attacking, as we are an elect account. So they have given us permission, as they hate the secessionists as well. We are allowed to advance. So hence the march on Kepabad will begin. Looks like the secessionists have seen what is going on and are moving their armies into position. They're not going to let me just take the city. It's going to be a war for it. They had to retreat from Reichland from getting destroyed by Franz, that they have taken up holding Kepabad and I believe another city as well. So they have two particular objectives, and Karl Franz has given us the order to be allowed to expand. Now we have reached the other side. We have a much easier job getting in this city. With these defenses, a lot less. Only a couple of spearmen guard this side with a couple of swordsmen. The rest are still not noticing that I have moved into a better position to fight into the city. It does take a while to move around, but I stayed in walking stance, which means I didn't lose any vigor, or I am not tired, so I am fresh for the battle still, even with the long march down past the city. 7th Battalion's going in first. I guess they're the most eager to advance on the city. Not to mention our line of archers are at the ready to shoot whatever comes down that road. It looks like from cinematic look. Old spear lines are moving in now, not just the 7th Battalion. The 7th Battalion may have gone in a little bit too ahead of itself, but we are going to set up here. As you can see, if I hold down the space bar, we will be setting up 3 spear lines to make sure that the archers have clear line of sight to shoot as the raining death begins from the crossbow fire from the archers, and then we'll see the return fire from the swordsmen. There they go. They're running. They've seen that they're getting fired at. You would not just stay there and take bullets. Very smart to retreat. I think the successionists have finally noticed that I've moved over and have moved most of their army now over. I took a little bit long deploying over here, so now it is going to be a battle. However, there is no tower on this side, which means it's going to be a lot easier to take the city. Now, with our Archmage, we have a spell called Wind Blast, so it'll be very interesting to see how many Wind Blasts we can get off to turn the tide of battle. As our archers rain death down upon the enemy, while the spear lines advance. Now, how this is the best way I play Empire Sieges, guys. We aren't the best in melee, so the best way is to have a couple of spearmen out in front, move them up like tactically, archers behind, slowly move the spears up, slowly move them, clear the city like that. That's how Empire should play sieges. We stand at the bottom of this hill. It is a bit of a walk, as you can see, but there's a lot of swordsmen charging in now. Here they come. The battle is about to begin. Prepare the spear lines, prepare the archers. Here we go. Archers firing into the lines, but this time there's a lot of swordsmen, so they're not backing off. They're running in. They're going to run into the spear lines. Here we go. Oh, the guy with the banner was killed. Bad for leadership if you lose your bannerman. Bannerman has to stay alive. One cool thing about this mod, if your bannerman dies, you lose a lot of leadership. You get more leadership with the banner alive, so it's very important to get the banner alive. If the banner goes down, though, it can be very bad. Lost the banner there, so the leadership's dropped. As you can see, when you have the banner, the leadership stays up. Okay, time to cast some spells. Check on the whip. Check on the wizard. She's in position. Nice little bird's eye view now of what's going on, so we can see a more tactical analysis. But hang on, wind blast going in. First wind blast strict from our lord, and the archers will just keep firing. Now let's go to our tactical view. This is how things are looking. You've got your archers just popping away at all of the swordsmen. We got a few reserves. There is these guys here, the horned hunters going around. I'm also going to send the daughters of Raya around, but it's looking like the Empire are going to fight on this choke point. They're not going to let me through. The successors will do everything they can to stop me here, it seems. Not sure it would have been the approach I approached, but maybe they don't want people, the civilians, getting caught in the crossfire. To be fair, though, we are Empire. We tend to be reasonable with the civilians. We give them chance to join up in the war. There's a chaos, you know, attacking. Looks like they've had enough already. They're running away. A lot of white flags being raised already. Looks like the rebels don't think this is worth doing. It probably isn't. I would just surrender. Join the Talabecland army. Or die trying. Noticing the sisters moving in now. It looks like the successionists have a pact with the ogres, because they appear to have an ogre unit here. It's going to charge in onto the daughters of Raya. Here we go. They're charging into the... Ooh, looks like I noticed. I'm now pulling them back. Yep, there they go. Off they run. Back to the main fight. Again, just more and more bolts being piled in to Empire rebels. Battle is not done, however. This is an Empire city. There are layers to this. They're going to have extra defenses further up. Spear lines waiting. There's going to be archers waiting in the wings to fire back. It's not going to be as straightforward as just running into the city. We took a lot of damage from our first fight out on the roads, but we are now moving up. We will be getting tired, though, walking up this hill. It is not an easy hill to walk up. There are ogres waiting as well. I guess the successionists really needed some help, so they went across to the ogres and asked for a pact. They got it, it seems, and now the ogres are getting shot to death by our crossbows. Another bird's eye tactical look of what's going on, guys. There are archers fighting back now. As you can see, got some archers firing there. My daughters have run away because an archer unit pulled out to attack. You've also got the hunters waiting to come in to fight as well. And, of course, our wizard is just going to keep firing wind blast after wind blast whenever a wind blast is available. They still do want to defend this for some reason, instead of, like, moving in further to the city to give them more options. But they would be noble empiresmen and want to defend their women and children, so they're staying further outside the city to try and stop that becoming a thing. To be fair, though, like I said, Empire are reasonable to their own kind. You would hope so. I may have got that wrong. Maybe they're not. Okay, so the daughters have absolutely wrecking the archers over here. And they're still charging in their ogres. Every ogre's coming in. You got spearmen still trying to hold. And you notice my lines are thinning quite a bit now. Only 49 spearmen here. We do have Helmut involved as well, if need be. They do fire back with archers, but it's looking like not much left in the city. They got their commanders there for some reason. They got some archers here. They got some. No, they sent the spears in. So they. I'm not too sure what they're doing, but they really just want to try and hold me back here. But the problem is I have so many archers that, like, how would they even... They wouldn't be able to do that anyway. You'd want to lure me into the city more, probably. Make it so hard for my archers to shoot, but I guess the Empire were feeling generous today. This would have been harder though if they had more range. I feel like this garrison I kind of got lucky with. We are using a mod called Tailored Garrisons, by the way, guys, so it does make each garrison unique in its own way. It's all randomized, rather than it just being the same old crap every single time. So Tailored Garrisons, a great little mod to use for this reason. I've noticed now that the hunters have joined in on the act and are going to charge into the city. These guys have no cause of leadership. They just run in and hope for the best with their axes. They don't acquire armor. They just have powerful... They're glass cannons, basically. They are getting flanked by ogres and spearmen while this is happening, though. So I'm not sure if that was the greatest move of mine, sending them in on their own. In hindsight, when I look back, that probably wasn't the greatest move. We keep pushing in, though. We're further up now. We're up to here. We keep moving up this road. Eventually, we will push our way through and relieve the city of Kepabad. Another wind blast going off, causing more damage. I do love that wind blast spell, actually. For how cheap it is, it seems pretty good against chaff. And we are facing a lot of chaff, so this really worked out a treat to us in this battle. Like, just being able to take out the chaff with the wind blast helps a ton. They are very... What I have noticed, though, in Empire Siege, the Empire themselves are actually very annoying with their crossbows. They can be very annoying with them. Especially if you're a melee faction. It's not easy to take an Empire city. They definitely like to clog up their infantry, though, and try and stop you at the entrances, which makes I guess them guys shoot. But I guess the way to beat Empire City is to have range of your own. Because if you have range of your own, it kind of obsoletes the Empire position then, doesn't it? Their strength is their range. I'm not sure about this army. Talabecland tend to be very good with their infantry as well. Their leadership is way better. But they also do rely on a lot of crossbows. Am I going to build guns at some point? I haven't decided yet, because remember, armor piercing is what requires for guns. So we don't know when we're going to get them. But for now, I guess it's fine like this. As long as we outnumber them, they will hold. I love that quote. But as you can see, we are moving further into the city now. And I may have gone a little bit haywire over here with the Horned Hunters Battalion. They're just charging in now. They do not give a fuck. They do not give one single fuck. They're just charging in. They are ready to do some damage to anything in their way. Charging in with their axes. To be fair, I'd be very worried if there was a random guy with no clothes on hardly charging into me with an axe. I'd be very concerned. You know, I'd be very, very concerned. But here's exactly what's happening here. But it looks like the archers are leading me into a trap, because I believe there's a commander here and a backup commander. So yeah, probably not best to go that way. You'll notice I've taken a lot of damage, though. Like, look at this army that's remaining. You got 37 swordsmen, 30 battalion there, 64 for that, 14 spearmen. It's been a bit of a bloodbath, hasn't it? But our final battle is in sight on the final point. Okay, moving on a bit. We've moved further inland. We're now capturing one of the supply points. And again, we've taken so much damage from the archers that we are now just running at the archers with 2 lords right by them. And we're very, very injured. But we're still going because, like I said, these guys don't care, the guys with the whips. These aren't the axemen. By the axemen I did retreat, they were way too damaged for anything else. But the final battle is about the final stand of the city of Kepabad is gonna come to a close as we attack the main plaza. Oh, there's a fireball off there. And a fireball, and the archers will again open fire. These guys have not stopped firing the entire game. They just keep running away, and I've got very little troops left helping. There is another skirmish going on here for some reason. There's just a random archer for the archer fire. Right here, if I sent some cavalry in, maybe we could have dealt with it. But we did just kill the guy with a banner. Oh no, he's still there. He's still got the banner. Still has the banner. Crossbowman. I don't know why we're struggling so much. I think it's the way we're placed. Maybe we need to reposition the troops. But you'll notice that we are now fully on the plaza, and I'm bringing all the archers forward to actually kill their commanders. But I don't think it's going to matter too much. But I've got to say, though, the Celibants with 8 men left, still fighting for their lives. They're not running at all, but I think I need to give the order now to get them to retreat, because we don't want to lose those units. They're actually quite good. We are bringing in our Archmage, though. I'm not the Archmage. Well, not Archmage, but the Aurelian has come in. Guess to make it easier for my archers to shoot, so we can actually shoot the Lord. My Flagellants, or my Celibants, if you want to call them that. I think they're a better version of Flagellants. 3 left are going to run away so that they don't get screwed by that. We still need to bring our Lord forward. I believe he's over here. He's on the way through the Empire City to kill the Lord, fight the 1v1 to win the battle. I believe I'm getting chased. Yep, I'm getting chased by the enemy lord here. So I've got to run these guys away as far as possible so that they don't get intercepted. Their archers are still firing, as you can see. They are very annoyed with their archers in this particular setup. Oh my god, is he going to catch him? Okay, no, he's lost attention. It seems he fired his fireball, but didn't actually go for the settlements in the end. But it does look like the battle's over as they are now retreating, which means the battle is won. And we march on to the city with everything. Hebavad, well, I'd say liberated, but we're definitely going to make, because it's Talabecland land, isn't it? I keep getting no money for these fights. It's weird. Anyway, occupy. Another city conquered in the name of the Empire. Now, luckily, my replenishment is quite good, because otherwise we'd be in a bit of a bother. Right, finally, we can actually destroy this building. Because there's no point having 2 barracks. There's absolutely no point of that.
Yes.
And we can build an actual money building there and stuff. Oh my god, guys, this ain't going too bad at all at the moment. We've actually got some decent money, and we're not getting fucked by too many annoying stuff. Vlad's not... Vlad's slowly building, I've noticed. He's taken out that now. There's that to go for them. Okay. It's going to be interesting what happens next here now. So, I think we just have to keep on building armies. We cannot stop unless we are... Well, we're in positive, we can't. Okay, so we need some more crossbows in this army, I feel like. I could get some Empire Knights, actually, to be fair. It would give me a little bit of cavalry in the army. What's the difference between them two? Oh my god. Like, why would you ever build the Road War? I know they're cheap, but, like, just get some Empire Knights. Get 2 of them, and then some crossbows to finish off with, I feel like, for the second army. So this guy needs to actually fight some battles for experience, so I might send him on his own to deal with Talabecland. Let him rest, heal up a little bit, and then we can focus on our next target. Which, honestly, I think our only expansion would either be Vlad or some bloody annoying wood elves. So, no, it would be Festus, wouldn't it? We could take out Festus. That would be the ideal option, actually. Go for Festus before he gets too strong. So we need to finish off Talabecland. Who's closest? Probably him, actually. Maybe we leave them be and prepare for an attack on Festus, maybe, I would say. So let's check on Reichland, actually.
Greetings, fellow heirs
We're
of
so close. We're so close. We're so close. Check quit deals. Not quite yet. It's fine. Yep. So making recruitment cheaper has helped, definitely. And -1 corruption. Yeah. So we get to the elect account stage would be a good start point. And, oh, right. Let's get Windblast, obviously. But then there's other options available. So this is a High Lord, basically. High Elven Archmage, of course. I'm not going to upgrade the... Do I want to upgrade these? But I have the money to do it. I guess we'd upgrade Beck, wouldn't we? What's more safer? Beck or Deadwood? What's the more safer option here? I guess Deadwood, because you're surrounded by Empire, aren't you? Maybe go for Deadwood. Beck seems a bit... Yeah, a little bit in the dangerous side. You got Wood Elves, and then... If you were to take out Festus, it'd be a lot easier for us. So far, we are doing okay. We actually might get into positive soon if we keep taking Empire City. So, yeah, send the turn. Time to get absolutely surprised now by a random attack somewhere. Can't wait. Military access with... he's very close to death, isn't he? Beastmen are around. Not ideal, is it? Maybe we just... Is Nordland still alive? They are. They're demanding! Oh, you can fuck right off then. Yeah. A lot of cafe, like, caravans around, I've noticed. Anyone noticed that? This was just, like, everywhere. Okay, losing money again. As expected. We did build some army. Right, so they've got... What the hell is How the hell has Oslan beat Festus down? That's crazy. Okay, now let's go kill the last sectionists. They're over here. My army... Let's go down to here. 3 turns. Right, we're gonna have to force march. We're going to have to keep an eye on it though. Anything approaching? We're in our own territory here. Stir River. What the hell is that? The strategically important river Stir. forms the border between the oak-bickering states of Stirland and Talabecland. Oh, right. Okay. Okay. I guess the Successionists don't really get much going for them. I mean, I did kill an army. Maybe they got attacked by some ogre. Who are they at war with, the Succession? Oh, yeah, of course, they're at war with Reichland, they're at war with Talabecland, and they're at war with the Black Pit, so they've probably gotten attacked by a lot of shit. That's probably why they don't have anything, to be honest. Fine. Yeah, we take our final piece of land. We'll have a full Talabecland, finally. It only took 9 turns. 9 turns. There's going to be some very dangerous armies around, isn't there, soon? Expecting absolute hell
Flame on.
to break loose
Ready to burn them.
in the next couple of turns. Let's get a growth building, though. We need to start, actually being able to make more buildings. And take Cabahand, which will be our money slot, I would say. That's turn 9. Completed. Oh, I got to pack with Ostermark. Seems fine. Getting more money out of them. Hey, money is money at the end of the day. Keep the bankruptcy away, Okay, now the Concessionists are actually building an army. Oh, that's gonna be a hard siege. What have they got?
Possible.
Oh, right, yeah, we're gonna need support. Ah, shit. What are you? What is One Eye doing? Wait, hang on a minute. He doesn't have a Erdstone. Is this his final army? It might be, we might be able to just take their army out. Did he win? Can he retreat from a beast path? I'm not actually sure here if I can actually do anything, but let's retest. Maybe he was just escaping. Don't know. He might nearly be dead. Pretty decent garrison there, to be fair.
You need fire?
I think we're gonna need both armies though, so let's
The red wind blows.
let's move both over. We gotta take this city quick as well when we do eventually attack, because look at our money! Not good. Maybe we made a mistake attacking One Eye, so we'll have to see if that turns out to bite us. Oh, here we go. Income from assembly lines. That's what we need. Ooh, so get the Thunderbolt. Tends to be a decent spell, so we'll go for that. Any replenishment? No. So it's all about this now. Can we kill Talabecland next turn? The Successionist next turn. That's what I was going to say. Oh. Okay. This is good. No, this is good, because this kills One Eye, doesn't it? This kills One Eye. Right, just need to be careful, though. What have they got? So they have, obviously, One Eye. Then they've got a few leaders. They do have Minotaurs. Oh, right. Their Beasticores need to be shot down. Got 4 archers. Halberdiers. Ooh, and I can't auto-resolve it. Alright, let's do it. Let's do it. Disaster has struck inside Empire in the land of Talabecland. Taberheim is under siege. An army has been spotted just outside, and it is the known Beastman faction, and it's the one and only Kazakh One Eye. He is here. He has come to wreak havoc upon the city while the main army is out and about taking back other land. So he is here with a mighty army ready to strike fear on the Empire. He's come with a free force attack with archers, lots of monsters, and gore herds. It's going to be a hard battle. There is 3 ways of attacks. However, how we have set up this one is a very defensive Empire formation. We're sitting right in the final place where we have evacuated all the women and children inside the castle. So he has to make sure that this Beastman army cannot make it through. Big clumps on either side with a monument in the middle to stop chariots and monsters. Archers for support and cavalry if needed. This little Empire garrison led by Ulrich Hamlerheim. He's got to defend the city while his commander is away. It's up to you, man. Can you stop the oncoming beastmen? We shall find out. First attack inbound now, as we have gun herds, gore herds, and raiders moving in. I mean, I'm pretty sure these guys are pretty dangerous. And here we go. There must have been a market going on. They had to evacuate the market while this was going down. because otherwise there would have been a lot of civilian casualties. Looks like Talabecland got word pretty quickly that a Beastman army was on approach and has managed to evacuate the city into the main castle. We should be thinking about walls probably soon for the city. Try and get some walls up to make it a lot safer, because right now we're too exposed in Talabecland. Right, anyway, the attack is beginning. The free frontal assault, starting with the Beastigors moving in. Big, massive clump coming in here to engage our spear lines. Will our spear lines hold? That's the question. We are being shot by archers as well. I think the Ungern Raiders are shooting. These guys don't tend to do a lot of damage, but I will focus them down on this occasion. Definitely need to focus them, which we are doing. So far, they're only attacking from one side. This side seems to be the only side they're attacking from. They are sending a lot of forces this way, though. You got chariots, you got gore herds, you got Boyender hordes. It's like a leader, some Ungern spearmen. They probably will attack the second flank as well. I think they're going to do that now. Yep, we got some Minotaurs coming in. These guys are pretty beasty if they get to charge into lines. They do really need infantry support, so I don't know if sending them in on their own is a good idea. But let's see, hey. Got lots. Let's see this charge, because it's going to be a great little charge. Here we go. The charge is on into the spear lines. Here we go. Hold, men, hold. Oof. Okay, not too bad. The spears did do quite a bit of damage there. Not too bad. Let's go over to the other side now, because the chariots are moving in. They're going to make it very, very difficult for me to hold this. Chariots in this game right now, oh, they are painful. So we've got to make sure that we just hold them in place for as long as possible. I am actually also going to send over another unit of Halberdiers, because this side has a lot more Beastmen on it. On this side, it's just Minotaurs, and I do believe another unit now, the Ungern Forhord. That's a leader, isn't it? Yeah, the leader's getting shot. Oh, and here comes One Eye on his chariot, so that's going to make things a little bit more fun on this side. Hold, men, hold! Hold, Talabecland, hold! Shooting down the raiders with the crossbowmen, the superior crossbowmen. The raiders have no chance against those crossbows. They are now running away. They've had enough. Checking on this main army now from the Beastman perspective. A lot of Spirit Leech going on, I've noticed, which won't help. Leadership will drop pretty hard. The chariots have actually moved quite forward. I've had to bring in the Empire Knights, the only elite unit inside this city. They're really cool, the Empire Knights inside Talabecland, aren't they? Look at them. They're nice. It's really nice to see like different types of Empire. It's really cool not just to play Reichland for a change. Playing someone else. Playing an Electacount, you know. Franz did not send aid, though. We have to fight this ourselves. He's got too many other matters to attend to, I guess. So we're left to defend for ourselves against the armies. But we're going to do our best. That's all we can do. Stop the hordes attacking. As One Eye now moves his chariot very, very close. I mean, extremely close now. Look at that. Towards getting in. So it's very important that we just keep him there. The archers keep firing. We try and kill him, because if we don't, it's going to be bad. Back to the other side, we managed to push down the chariots, and there is just a lot of Beastmen here, still just running in. But the Empire Knights definitely have turned the tide a bit here, because with them in now, they're actually blocking the Beastmen from getting in easy, and those big lancers will be doing big damage to those big monsters. Back over to the other side now. I have to keep going back and forth here, because a lot's going on. The chariot is making its way through, but he is in retreat, so he won't be in attack stance. He's just going to try and run through all my units. Yep, he's running through my crossbowmen, as you can see here. So we're going to shoot him down. We're going to shoot One Eye down. This is a good time to shoot him. Well, the archers are exposed. They actually have full good damage on it. We need to start focusing him down. He's going to run through the second clump of units here now. Yep, there he goes. Time to shoot him. Got to shoot him now before he hits our lines, because it will cause problems. There he goes. He's been annihilated. And I do believe the banners of the Beastmen are going to start wavering. There's no Beast Leader anymore. It's not looking good for the Beastmen. And the defense of Talabecland has been victorious. The Beastmen run back to their forests. And again, we survive another day in the land of the Empire. And of course, the land of Talabecland. Talabecland stands without their general, the little garrison has prevailed. Well, we managed to pull it off. We defended the city of Taberheim. And now we will take the rewards. Here's the beastman. It'll give me a little breather there so I can finally finish off the final city. Oh, what's this? I lose money. Yeah, no. Not when I'm losing 800 a turn. Right, well, I pissed off one eye. He's pissed off now. That's good. Oh, no. Is that 2 armies? Oh, no, that's a random... How the hell are they still alive? Well, it's fine anyway. We're about to... Can we attack? I should have got in range first. Ooh, do we try an old ambush strat? Didn't think of that. Just head into ambush.
Sigma's right.
Sit here, 100% ambush chance, and then just force march the army. Because when you force march, they tend to go for it. Right, 70% chance. Let's see. They do have an agent though. They might be able to foil it, which will be annoying if that's the case. Right, in the meantime, it looks like we're repairing. I know one eye is going to attack again at some point, so I'm keeping an eye on that. Seems to be going okay this campaign. Is Vlad bugged, or is he just like having a seizure? Or is he actually losing? To be fair, right, what this campaign does is, well, it makes the Elector counts actually dangerous, which actually makes it a more fun campaign for if you play Empire. Because the Elector counts are dangerous, they actually could be relied on rather than them just rolling over for the legendary lords. So it's quite interesting in that regard. Well, we're losing 800 a turn, so I'm not going to build anything there yet. We'll build a money building once this is done in the village. Until then, our objective for today's episode, guys, is to get Talabecland conquered. Honestly, we are so close, but just need to kill the secessionists now. Been a lot of battles though, haven't there? Right, anyway. Let's end the old Turner. Turn 11 completed. Oh my god. Oh, but the ambush was foiled. Oh, that's such a shame. That's such a shame. Oh, that is... Damn it. Damn it. What the hell? That's actually an insanely good army. What? They got, like, horses and all sorts. This is going to be a very annoying battle, by the way. We have got enough archers, though. So, hopefully... Going to be an archer off. Who needs gunpowder, hey? When you got crossbows. All right, let's get it on. So, our ambush was foiled by the enemy. They saw us coming. So now it becomes a normal open field battle. However, we have got the secessionists on the run. They have come out for the ambush to fight the main army, only to be ambushed, but they did notice it, so they have backed off, but they cannot retreat back to their city. They will have to fight this battle. Our wizard, our battle wizard, Jeranek von Macaham, is basically going to be the first frontal called army here to scout ahead of what's going on with the secessionist. They are set up in a tree line, lots of cavalry and lots of spears. There are a lot of outriders in this army, actually, which might cause problems. However, they did try and attack this army, and now they're going to have to deal with the main threat coming in. Our reinforcements are due any minute now to try and finally destroy any hope the secessionists have of turning this war around. Once the Talabecland army gets here, it's going to be curtains, because we will outnumber the enemy 2-1. However, they're going to try their best to move in now, as they've got plenty of outriders that are very fast and can get there before my reinforcements arrive. Here come the outriders now, charging into Talabecland lands. You know, it's such a shame that, like, you can't go inside these castles and stuff. Imagine if, like, this was, like, an option to retreat inside this little fort. You could do it pretty easily as well. Like, there's a gate already. You could just put your army inside and just basically try and defend against, like, a big ambush or something. That would be pretty cool. But, of course, you know, we don't have that luxury. We're not allowed. Hopefully in Total War, in the new ones, we get that. Anyway, the first attack coming in now. Outriders shooting down Sigma! My swordsmen. However, they're going to get shot back. I don't think they're just going to not take any fire. Because here comes the archers. Lock, draw, and loose. There we go. Straight into those Outriders as they try and fire their guns. In the meantime, however, not long on the reinforcements now. Here they come. Talabecland. I'm just going to call him Helmut, so it's easier. Helmut's moving in with the Archmage, and in come the main army with the banners and the crossbows. Making sure we flank the Outriders as they move in. Outriders getting shot to pieces by the archers. Not to mention the Empire Knights are here to wreak havoc as well. We recruited a bunch of Empire Knights. And they're going to take down those Outriders with no problems whatsoever. It's already looking bleak for the Successionists. If I do a tactical map overview, and if this army does die, their final city is undefended and ready for the taking. So we sprouted an ambush that failed, but it still took the bait, which means still they're going to die in an open field battle. They cannot retreat to their city in time. They're going to get run down by my armies. Talabecland will succeed. But we're still going to watch this spectacle unfold, because it's always great to watch a good old spectacle unfold. Yeah, we've researched Thunderbolt now, so any form of, like, magic that we have, we're just going to use so much on their army. Our crossbows getting in position to fire now, alongside the normal archers. I honestly don't know which archers are better, the crossbows or the normal archers. The normal archers have further range, but I feel like the crossbows do more damage. I feel like that's like safe, you know, they do a lot more damage. I think is good. Yeah, you can see all the lines moving in. They're literally surrounded on all sides almost now. The Empire Knights are coming round the back, ready for a charge. Charge, men! Fight for your right to live. Talabecland of the Empire. Again, we got permission from France to assault the Successionists. They are well and truly enemies of the Empire, so they have been allowed to be safely captured and occupied, because it is my land. Talabecland is my land, and I want it back. You see, they're not looking great. It's an absolute slaughter for those Successionist forces. Lots of firepower going off, magic going off. They are just trying to fight from the last man in these trees now. My knights are just running off anyone who tries to get back to the city. Got to make sure they don't get back to the city, because the siege will be a lot easier if most of these are dead. They're getting shot in the back now by crossbowmen. They look a bit... Yeah, they look a bit... If I was them, I'd just surrender and join the Talabecland force, to be honest. Stop flying under the Successionist banner and join up with the mighty Empire Talabecland. Very easy to see who's who with the banner, isn't it? I mean, these guys are blue, so it's not as bad, but yeah. Some good charges in, archer fire going away, and of course magic going down, which makes it even better. And they are on the run. And finally, the final city of Talabecland awaits to be conquered. Well, we lured them out. They got absolutely crushed in the field, and now their cities are defenseless. Let's go take our final city. Ulrich the Hellborg killed in battle. Right, anyway, look at this. Their undefended cities are in ready to be taken. Let's go.
What do you want of me?
Band will be oh my god. Well, I say undefended. They got a pretty good garrison. Oh my goodness.
It is war.
This is going to be a long-ass video, can I just say? This is a lot.
Is fortuitous.
Are they in range?
Attack! To
They are.
arms.
Why did he do that? That's fine. Right, well, Band is a city, I believe. It is. So, there's a lot of archers in that city. So, we'll have to see how things go. I think it's going to be a case of archer v archer, but they do have the advantage when it comes to sieges here. We definitely don't want to play near, like, their towers, so we want to go around their towers. That's kind of how we're going to play this. We do have a mage as well, which is probably going to help a lot. speed. I'd put those on the horses so they're even quicker. And yeah, let's get into this. Let's finally crush the secessionists beneath my boot. In we go. There may have been a bit of miscommunication in the last battle. The siege. We hadn't taken Kepabad yet. We had taken Deadwood. This is the siege of Kepabad. And just in time for winter, because we are marching towards the city of Kepabad now. And of course, it is now winter, which means we're taking attrition if we don't take this city. So not taking this city is very, very bad for us. We must take it. If we don't, we will starve, because I don't think we can get back to our home province in time. To be fair, we might be okay. But let's say we do starve. We're going to take out Kepabad in the mid of winter and take down the secessionists once and for all. Again, as you can see, we are marching down the road because it is a lot easier to get into a city if it is undefended. A little tip for anyone who wants to try and take sieges early and don't want to take too many casualties. Avoid towers completely by doing this. We basically make it so they deploy their towers in the wrong place and we move over to attack a better position. Very simple. So, without further ado, let the battle commence. It's the long march first, down past Kepabad. Kepabad and Deadwood look very familiar cities, very same layouts and everything. Also, we have reinforcements coming over here now. Our reinforcements have arrived. Is this the main army? This is the side army, isn't it? The side army has come to assist the final siege of Kepabad. We have the Empire Knights, we have the crossbowmen, we have the spears, and we have our second in command, General von Macaham, the battle wizard, has come to the city of Kepabad. The enemy have only just noticed and are going to now start moving their troops over. It will take them a while. Alright, our army has now been set up. Our spears and crossbows are in position to advance on the city. However, I have noticed that there is one random archer squad that's gotten a little bit too brave on the secessionist side. That is a lot of archers, and there is one squad of archers. That's not going to go well. However, they are moving everything over now. We've got the spearmen coming over, more archers, more spearmen, more archers, more spearmen, more swordsmen. So, yeah. However, we're going to give the order now and attack those archers. They're going to wish they never stood there, because that is going to be about 500 arrows being fired at once into them. Yes. There you go. That's what happens when you stand there. Absolute destruction straight away. So here's how it's looking. Our plan is to surround the city on two sides, make it a lot easier to get in. Again, we're going to opt for our spearman approach. When we move the front line into position, we will move spearmen in line front, put the archers behind, making it a lot easier. Again, our archers are just going to camp outside the city for the time being so that no one can retreat. Unless they surrender, they're going to get pelted to death by a lot of crossbows, as we will now demonstrate again with another volley, as more try to run out of the city, instantly running back, as that's a lot of firepower and you probably don't want to face 500 archers at once. But we will increase the progress now by issuing a command to send our spearmen to block the entrance. Then we can deploy our spear archer clearance approach. The same thing applies for an Empire City. They do have archers, but we also have archers, so we can clear the city bit by bit. The last thing you want to do is make it a full kind of siege against Empire, because that's where they struggle. It becomes a melee combatant siege. It's really bad. We have to clear lines quickly by using spears to block and range to fire. It's that simple. So our spears are going to now start getting shot at by the enemy archers, because, well, we're setting up our spear lines. We're in a vulnerable situation now. We will get shot at. But spears with shields do tend to have shields for a reason, so they can block damage, especially if they're standing in front. Taking a little bit of damage, though. Don't lose faith, men. More halberdiers are coming in, and so does the wizard as a wind blast goes off, causing some more damage to them. That's kind of what had the edge in this battle. Having that battle wizard early, I got it for free, by the way, makes a big difference, because archers do a lot of damage, as you can see. But that wizard also does a lot of damage. No idea why you would charge into the spear lines, but here they go. They're charging down the hill into the spear lines, getting shot to death by the archers on approach. Here we go. At this point, yeah, like, what are you doing? Why are we running in all our units like that? That is not optimal behavior. Another wind blast going off. You know, wind blasts look really cool in the snow, by the way, don't they? Don't they look cool in the snow? We do have our reinforcements here if we need them, but I don't think we will for this siege, because we outnumber the enemy 3-1, I would say, almost. And they're just dead for the vibes, really. Just anything that tries to escape, they can just, you know, kill, so it's fine. Okay, so our first port of call now is to move a little bit more forward. Time to send the commander in on his own. He's ready to go kill some archers. Now, the reason I'm doing this, guys, is because I have a wizard, and if you can clump up units with your wizard and commander, it's very much worth it. Commanders don't really take damage to magic, so this is kind of perfect. You charge your commander in. Yeah, he's going to take a little bit of damage. Then you'll send in your mage and then do spells on them and cause havoc. It's that simple, really. I've just sent my commander in on his own, to be honest. I'm not too sure why I did this. Just getting stabbed to death by spearmen. But I've noticed our lines are starting to move. If I press spacebar, you'll notice we've moved our lines further up to assist the commander and also to assist with the spells. There's no doubt I have just cast an ability and I want to do some good damage to those spears that are on top of my unit. Wait for the heavens to come open. There's the wind blast, first of all. Lots of damage. They're all on the floor. They're getting back up. In come the knights. Knights charging in now. Ready to break the lines. Empire Knights will charge into the city. Kill all the units slacking behind from the archers. Looking pretty deadly now for the successionists. They may as well surrender their winter home. Join up with the Talabecland forces. It's not going particularly well for them. However, they are still firing their archers, being a nuisance with their archers, shooting my spearmen, which is never fun. I think I take note of that. Yep, I'm sending my wizard over to cast a wind blast straight on those archers, because why not? It's a perfect place right now. They're in a great position to be wind blasts, and here we go. Whoosh! Wind blasts away. Very deadly to units without armor as well, that spell. Like, incredibly deadly. Use a firebolt, a thunderbolt as well, actually. Pretty sure. I'm just going to keep on these archers for the time being, because it's quite nice to see it from the perspective of the enemy. See how bad it is for them. It better not be fire. No, but it is a lot of firepower, let's say. When the Empire Knights had a field day running in there, that was fine. My archers are firing now at those archers, so that's... Oh, here's the second wind blast. Do even more damage to our enemies. But as you can see, guys, to take the city of Kepperbag, it required spear walls, archers, and a couple of elites to get inside. And as you can see, the battle is pretty much over as the enemy run and surrender the city to Talabecland. All right. The successionists have been wiped from the face of the earth, and we have finally united Talabecland under one banner, and occupy we shall.
Yes, my lord.
Right, so that, guys, has been a fantastic first episode. We have captured Talabecland, we have united Talabecland, and now who knows what conquest awaits in this very modded campaign experience playing as Talabecland and the leader, the almighty
Now,
Helmut Feuerbach. So, in the next episode, I think we're going to probably try and expand into Festus, maybe. Take out Festus, destroy the Brass Keep, then that would put us in a very strong position then to face any chaos dangers later on in the campaign. But yeah, guys, anyway, that's going to be the end of this one. Stay tuned for more Empire Talabecland to come. And guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. And hopefully the YouTube algorithm can start actually saying yes. Because right now, yes, give me algorithm. Give me more algorithm, please. Please. Don't ask for much.